We begin this half hour with travel tips for football fans and those who are forced to follow along. Fall begins on Wednesday, but football season is well underway, of course, and whether you follow college games or the NFL, there's plenty of action for all.
Thank you for not looking directly at me when you read that. If being a couch potato isn't your style, how about a gridiron getaway? It could be the perfect weekend escape. Our favorite travel editor, Peter Greenberg, is here with the picks for football towns that have a bit much more to offer than just the game. Good morning, Peter.
Good morning.
So let's start off in Indianapolis. You're at Lucas Oil Stadium. What else can you see?
Well, of course, the Jets are playing the Colts on Monday. The Jets looking for their second win in a row, which is amazing for the Jets.
Yes, it sure is.
But what's really cool about this is outside the stadium. There's something called the Traders Point Creamery. This is an actual working 120-acre dairy farm, and they're going to have their Oktoberfest in October. What's cool about it is they have their own farmers market, pony rides, hay rides. But here's the cool part about it. They don't have to just do the milking of the cows. Go for the chocolate milk. They do something really great with their chocolate milk. It's worth it. And then, especially with the kids, you've got the Children's Museum of Indianapolis. This is not just one of the best museums in the United States. It's the largest children's museum in the world. Wow. And they've got everything from Leonardo, this mummified duck-billed dinosaur, and they have interactive exhibits about contemporary Chinese culture. But the cool part is, when you walk around the museum, there are so many people who are residents there who talk to you and walk you through it. Name a museum that has their own resident underwater archaeologist in residence. I mean, that's a pretty cool thing.
All right, next we go to Nashville, Tennessee, home of the Tennessee Titans and Nissan Stadium, of course. I love this town. Yeah,
it is a great town. Of course, it's Music City, as you know, and they've got something coming up in October called the Music City Bacon and Barrel Festival. Yes, I'm sorry.
I'm there.
Back up the truck. This is everything made of bacon, with, of course, pairing it with bourbon and bluegrass.
Oh, it's sounding better and better all the time.
You cannot go wrong. Can you say the words designated driver? I can. And then just 21 miles outside of town, there's something called Cheekwood. It's a great place to kind of relax and picnic. 5,000 chrysanthemums in full bloom, not to mention fall foliage. Great place to take the kids and picnic. Just one word, no pets allowed. That's the only thing I know. Okay.
Baton Rouge is next up on your list. They have the longest running prison rodeo in the U.S. What exactly is that?
Well, before we get to that, how about the stadium itself? Built in 1924. This is Death Valley. 102,000 people will be there this afternoon, by the way, to watch them play Auburn. And it's amazing. But the prison rodeo, you know what it's called, the Angola Prison Rodeo from the Louisiana State Penitentiary. My favorite movie, of course, Stir Crazy with Gene Wilder and Richard Pryor. It was all about that. They even have an arts and crafts fair there. Very cool. And if you don't want to do that, great French cuisine at the LSU Museum of Art, pairing great Lautrec with great wine.
All right, so next, if we're headed to Arrowhead Stadium, home of the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, the loudest football stadium in America. They're in the Guinness Book of World Records. Didn't help them against the Broncos a couple nights ago.
No.
But the bottom line is they've got something else going on there between October 1 and 4. The Kansas City Royal. This is the World Series of Barbecue. And this is serious stuff. People compete in 7 different categories, ranging from brisket, pork ribs, pork shoulder, chicken, let's not forget dessert. You don't go there just to taste the food. You go there to see the contraptions that people will build just to be able to get the barbecue going.
Okay, let's go to my hometown next. The Cotton Bowl is about to happen in Dallas.
Yeah, there's a stadium built in 1930. We're not talking about where the Cowboys play. This is basically the Texans playing Oklahoma Sooners. This is the Red River rivalry. That's coming up. And, of course, they've got the State Fair. The State Fair right at the Cotton Bowl. They've been doing that for years. And what's great about that is you've got so many things to do and eat. And then, talk about history, a little bit at Southtown. In Ennis, they've got the Galaxy Drive-In movie theater. They got 6 screens there. And they are pet-friendly, by the way. You can bring the dogs and cats.
And finally, we head out west to Qualcomm Stadium, home of the San Diego Chargers. And what else does this city have?
Well, other than that, they've got the Gaslamp Quarter, which goes back to the 1880s. They have festivals all year long. They got the Fallback Festival in November. They got a Mexican Spirits Festival in October where they close down the city and the streets, and every restaurant in the world is open. It's great.
Peter, you always keep mastery of so many facts, and I always wonder how you do it. And then I saw these little pieces of paper. Can we show this?
What, this?
Yeah, I love these.
The handwriting you can't read?
It's like a little bit Hoarders, but it always seems to work.
I don't know how you keep track of all this stuff.
There you go.
Peter Greenberg, thank you so much.
You got it.
And don't forget, even if you can't make it to Baton Rouge, you can catch the Auburn-LSU game today at 3:30 p.m. Eastern, right here on CBS. And now here is a look at the weather for your weekend.